50 Cent, rapper and front seat passenger of the financial roller coaster of life. Get rich or die trying. So, he got rich and lost it all. And then he got rich again and then lost it all again. Yeah, this guy's been on such a roller coaster of finances that every other day you might see something in the news about the fact that either he's a multimillionaire or that he's completely piss poor. However, I found a story online the other day which was really quite fascinating, mainly because of the fact that this is a story in which 50 Cent accidentally made $8 million in Bitcoin. So, yeah, how the hell did he stumble into this one? Hello! Welcome to Brain Spill, the laziest show on the internet. My name is Tank, and for those of you that don't know, 50 Cent is very much the rags to riches story. Fast becoming an incredibly influential hip-hop rapper. Aside from his music career, this guy has been successful in his investments and side projects, including that time that he decided to invest in Vitality Water, which was acquired by Coca-Cola in 2007, making him one of the wealthiest rappers of all time. And for a company like Coca-Cola, you know for a fact that they have deep, deep pockets. So you also know that 50 Cent would have got an absolute payday for being on the ground floor when this happened. According to the Washington Post at the time of this sale, they thought that 50 Cent would have made between $60 to $100 million just from this sale alone. This transaction alone would put his net worth at roughly $500 million. Yes, it's hard to believe that someone in this position could possibly have to file for bankruptcy at some point in the near future. Yeah, being someone so successful and you've got so many different avenues to make money, and then just a few years later for it all to come crumbling down, you must have made some pretty poor decisions. Just to give you an idea how crazy this all is, I'm going to read you the lyrics to one of his songs. This is the song that was released in June 2007 called I Get Money. And for those of you that want to know the deeper meaning behind this song and as to why this song is called I Get Money, it's a song about 50 Cent making money. So hopefully that clears things up for you. So, I'm going to read a few lines for you here just to give you some context. I took a quart of waters, sold it in bottles for $2. Then Coca-Cola came and bought it for billions. What the fuck? Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. I write the check before the baby comes. Who the fuck cares? Ow. I'm stanky rich. I'ma die trying to spend this shit. And yes, true to his word, he spent all his money, as in 2015, 50 Cent filed for bankruptcy. Somehow he'd managed to spend almost $500 million just on random crap. Yes, so by filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, basically 50 Cent's financial affairs were all over the place, with many creditors lining up asking for the money that he owed them, including a certain $17 million debt that he owed to an audio equipment company called Sleek Audio, and a further $6 million to Lastonia Leviston, after losing a privacy lawsuit with Leviston that year prior. This was all a bit of a rough time for Mr. I'ma die trying to spend this shit. At the time, 50 Cent would be posting on social media with pictures of him posing with big stacks of money, spelling out the word broke. However, he would also then say that his crib in Africa was almost finished. All of these different conflicting remarks kind of got people wondering, was he actually broke? Did he actually have the money? Is he just a complete meme on the internet at this point? Understandably, many people were left thinking, what the hell is going on? But thankfully, an explanation came through when everybody needed it most. A statement from none other than the lawyer of 50 Cent himself, saying the following. The cash depicted in the social media postings is not real. The postings, which among other things, make use of stage or prop money, are part of the debtor's routine social media marketing activities and relate directly to the debtor's various business interests. Prop money is routinely used in the entertainment industry, including in movies, television shows, videos, and social media postings. So yeah, he was still poor as hell. Either that, or basically his lawyers were trying to get him off the hook because he was still holding on to all that money which he owed those creditors. I mean, that's just an assumption. I don't know if that's true. Don't sue me, 50 Cent. Yes, I don't know if that's true or not, but I will tell you one thing. Something that I know is true is that 50 Cent was still considered a meme at the time. Even though he filed for bankruptcy, he kept grinding away and working on various different music projects to keep the money rolling in. Things kinda sucked for a while, and he released a quite forgettable album in 2014 called Animal Ambition. The difference with this album was a bit of a left field decision at the time. Although this album was, it was okay. The one big difference that he decided to have with the release of this album was that people could go out of their way and purchase the album using Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency, rather than just standard fiat money. So yeah, to copy what every single content creator says online as soon as they're about to talk about cryptocurrency, this is not financial advice. But I'm going to tell you what Bitcoin is and what cryptocurrency is. You know, just a basic rundown for those people that aren't quite up to speed with what it is. So yeah, a basic rundown. Bitcoin is basically a digital currency which is used to offer lower transaction fees than traditional payment mechanisms such as using standard currencies like the US dollar. Being decentralized or not controlled or issued by a government body, this has led to the coin becoming the world's most recognized and largest cryptocurrency on the market, having the world's largest cryptocurrency market capitalization. This is very much the future, and I think that a lot more people are starting to realize that this is the way it's going to be going. With more and more people getting involved with cryptocurrencies, learning what it's about, and really the whole market getting bigger every day. For those people who have the foresight to get their hands on some cryptocurrencies back in the day when they were relatively cheap compared to now, then you would have been working on some tiny profits in the years to come, particularly if you managed to get your hands on some Bitcoin. Early adopters and investors being able to acquire Bitcoin at a position where the price was very low meant that the value of the coins would grow over time. So people who were holding these coins would get richer and richer as the value of the coin went up. 50 Cent, deciding to accept Bitcoin for this album, actually obtained a reported 700 Bitcoin at the result of selling the album. He was in fact the first artist to do something like this, and when he received payment, he just kinda forgot about it. Really, at the time when he got this Bitcoin, it was worth about $600. For a man like 50 Cent, this was absolute pocket change, so he very likely just put it away in a wallet somewhere and forgot about it. Which was probably the smartest thing to do, because over the next few years, something would happen with the price of Bitcoin, which I don't think many people expected. 4 years later, 50 Cent would rediscover his Bitcoin and would check his wallets to see how much they were worth now. At this time, the coins were worth, for each coin, $11,200, meaning that the Bitcoin that he'd accumulated was worth roughly between $7 to $8 million. Of course, this is but one of many success stories in the crypto space, but many online influencers and celebrities would start doing something very similar to this to try and capitalize on the massive growth that the crypto industry has had over the past few years. But many people would not hit it quite as big as 50 Cent because he got in all the way back in 2014. This man's making money when he doesn't even realize he's making money. This is... I need to take a leaf out of his book. Shortly after this discovery was made, the bankruptcy proceedings ended, with the judge agreeing to a deal in which 50 Cent would pay out $23 million to his creditors over the course of 5 years. I'm sure that Bitcoin would have helped with paying that off. This was back in 2016, when the bankruptcy proceedings ended, in which Bitcoin was around $788 at an all-time high price per coin. So he has a fair bit back then, but if he just held on to it to today, well, let me just get my calculator for you. Just bear with me a minute. At the date of recording this video, we have a Bitcoin price of $48,000 per coin, which is a lot of money. So let's just say that he would be, filthy stinking rich if he held on to it till today. All he needed to do was just hodl those coins for as long as humanly possible. If you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to be notified as soon as I upload my next video, be sure to hit the bell button. And if you've got any ideas for what videos you'd like me to discuss next, let me know down in the comments below. As always, sources used in the video will be in the description. Announcement, everybody! The Brain Spill channel will now be accepting Bitcoin. I mean, it won't, but I really wish we could, and that I could maybe release this video 5 years ago, but at some point soon we will, because yeah, like I said, no financial advice, this is the future, so get on board. Who knows, maybe in like 10 years time when I'm filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, I might have some hidden Bitcoin to save my ass. So we can only hope. I'll see you guys in the next video. Fantastic.